know why I just like clap every time I'm gonna talk. I'm like, hey, thanks for watching this makeup video. Like, I need to calm down. Okay. We're gonna start over. Hey guys. So I finally did a makeup YouTube video tutorial. I've been saying I'm gonna do this for like 5 million years. Here I am. I did this kind of glowy, natural glow from within look today, very kind of focused on the skin, making that look a little airbrushed as much as we can. That's what we're going for. It's definitely very quick, easy, simple. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of felt like doing it, got a little spark. I've been loving the way that my skin's been looking, especially the past couple days, so I thought, why not go ahead and make a video, since I've been saying I want to make a video for I don't know how long. My hair looks crazy, sorry. So if you want to find out how I got this look, go ahead, keep watching, and thanks for watching my video, guys. Okay, so moisturizer I use is the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. I love this stuff. I've been using it for a couple of years now. I get the for normal to dry skin, even though I technically have combo oily. I just kind of like to be extra moisturized, because even though I feel like I have oily skin, sometimes I feel like it's kind of dehydrated and it's putting out that extra oil to make up for that. Kind of like if you have dry eyes and they're really watery. So I try to make sure that I moisturize and kind of keep everything. Should be, just be drinking more water, but that's not happening anytime soon probably. Okay, so I put my moisturizer on. I'm just gonna step into it. So I moisturized. It's kind of hot in here. My skin's already getting a little bit dry, but I think we're okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and start on the look. Don't really know what we're gonna do, but I know I just kind of want to focus on the skin and having that glowy, but not like too super oily. Because like I said, I can get a little oily, so I don't want like some slick face going on, you know? But I'm gonna start off with this little mini MAC strobe cream right there. Let's see, which color is this? I think it's the pink. Yeah, the pink light. And I'm just gonna put a little bit, it's probably like what, size of a penny or something, on my hand, kind of warm it up a little. Oh, I forgot to pin my hair back. I'll do that in a second. And I'm just kind of focusing this on the high points of the face. So kind of, what is this called? Cheek, right above the eyebrow arch, down the bridge of the nose, tip of nose, Cupid's bow, a little bit on the chin. Y'all can obviously see I'm breaking out right now too. And then I might do a little bit in the forehead. I didn't used to like my forehead being all glowy. It just kind of made me insecure about how oily my face was. But I don't know, I just feel like that like glowy skin has really been in, and I've gotten a lot more into it. Sorry if I'm definitely not looking at the camera. I'm just kind of using the camera to put on my makeup too, so I'm kind of looking at the camera and at my face. I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. Okay, so I'll just kind of blend that in a little. Now, since I forgot, I'm gonna go ahead and pin my hair back some. There we go. Okay, next I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. I'm using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I feel like everybody's been obsessed with this. Pretty much everything the e.l.f. just put out. I'm just kind of like taking my nail and getting probably about the same amount of strobe cream that I just used, about that penny size, and just kind of warming that up again. And this, I'm gonna focus on my T-zone area. I don't know if this is necessarily pore filling. I haven't tried a ton of pore filling things, even though I should be, because I have literally the biggest pores I've ever seen, like craters on my face. But I might be being a little dramatic. Anyway, this is definitely blurring though. I see that a lot. You can feel it, you can see it. Put that all in the T-zone. I don't think it's mattifying at all though, I wouldn't say that. Rub it a little bit under my eyes because we want the blur under the eyes. Alright, so next I have a damp beauty sponge. Yeah, that's still damp. I dropped my damp beauty sponge. Hold on. Okay, we're back. Back in action. For foundation, what I've been using the past couple days that I really noticed my skin looking, I don't know if it's just this foundation, I don't know if it's a combination of the primer, the MAC Strobe cream, foundation, the concealer, they're all kind of, you know, new things that I've been trying, especially all together. But it is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. So they had the concealer and they kind of made it this big jumbo foundation that looks exactly like it. I'm trying to remember if it claims to be matte, like what the finish is. I'm not too sure. You can look it up, I can look it up and kind of put it in the description box below, but it is full coverage. I don't know if I would say full coverage. I feel like, sorry guys, my eyes are like so bad. I feel like it's medium to full, definitely buildable once I put my concealer. I don't know, it's just like a really nice natural finish that kind of lets me have that glow going on. All right, the only thing that I don't love about this is it's like this big, what's it called, dofer? Something like that. That I have to like put this on my face or put it on the back of my hand, which it's kind of gross and kind of annoying. Like I'd rather just have a pump. But I just kind of take this and paint it all over my face. And she's gonna be generous because, as you can tell, my face is going crazy right now. And honestly, I don't have a problem with this foundation like looking too cakey or anything like that. Very buildable, even like throughout the day. Like honestly, it doesn't look cakey at all. It might look a little bit oily in my T-zone, but I just powder blot and it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna start off with this. I might add some more. Oh, and I'm just using my beauty blender. It's actually really gross and I need to wash, but hey, this is a real tutorial where we don't wash our beauty blenders and brushes as much as we like to. What do I think? I think that's good. I'm gonna put a little bit down my neck because we want this all to blend. And you could probably tell that I'm tanner on my chest and my neck than I was on my face, so that's why this foundation is a little bit darker. Actually, what shade is this? I believe it's F9. I'm just gonna put a little bit more in my T-zone area. Not too much on my forehead, actually. I feel like I can get a little built up there easily. One of the things I will say, probably most likely why my skin has been looking so much better to me, even though my skin is actually looking kind of bad underneath. You know, it's almost that time of month, so skin's like, whoa. I just kind of take my beauty blender throughout the whole process and blend as much as I can with my foundation. Like I'm gonna sit there and blend, and then when I think I'm done, I'm gonna blend a little bit more. So for concealer, I'm using, oh, I just got it all messy, the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer that everyone is obsessed with now. This is pretty much like Shape Tape to me. I only use Shape Tape, like, I think I bought it once. But you know me, I like to be bougie on a budget, so I didn't really buy it too much, but I definitely do think that this reminds me of it. Everyone on the whole internet, YouTube, everywhere agrees. Okay, we're just gonna pack this on because my under eyes are super dark. I don't know if you noticed. Just, you know, genetics. Put a little bit left over, Cupid bow, down the bridge of the nose, just a little bit on my forehead. She's really big, so I don't want to highlight that too much. A little bit on my chin to highlight that, and also kind of cover those blemishes I had down there. Oh, also, you don't have to do this, but kind of right under where you would put that like contour bronzer situation. Just to define that a little bit more, and I'll probably drag it to out to the mouth. And then I like to let the under eyes just sit for a little bit, but this concealer does dry down pretty quickly, so I wouldn't like leave this on and then go do something else. Like, you gotta work with it. But I just find that letting that under eye dry a little bit kind of helps keep the pigment very bright. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't even know if I know what I'm talking about, but it makes sense in my head. Sometimes I'll kind of drag this down a little bit to like these smile lines right here. And then also take it onto the lid just to kind of even all that out. And if I'm gonna wear eyeshadow or something, kind of have a base for that. Now I'm doing what I kind of told you about before, where I'm probably done blending, but like I'm still gonna keep blending. I feel like that's just helping everything melt into my skin a lot more and look like my skin, not look like some like layer on top. Now, just because we're really trying to cover these dark circles, you don't have to do this. You probably didn't even need as much as I just used, but I am gonna just do another dot right on these inner corners just to cover up dark circles, mistakes. I can't laugh, I'm gonna crease. Did I look extra crazy? You know, we're going for glowy. I still like using powder because I want to set everything I just did. I don't want it to move. I don't want it to go away, especially the under eye. I don't want that to crease, smudge, or whatever. I'm going to be using Rimmel Stay Matte, and this is the loose translucent powder. So the one that I had before was the pressed, it's kind of worn down, but the pressed powder. They're also in transparent. I do like using this one, but I kind of started liking this one more for like touch-ups. This, you know, sometimes I'll use my sponge and kind of bake or just apply it lightly. Sometimes I'll use this brush, and this is a, here I am uncultured again, Japanese, I don't know. My friend just got me some of these brushes for my birthday. But it's really nice. It's really dense, but like so soft and fluffy on the skin. I'm obsessed with it. Thank you, Margot. Should we go ahead and get rid of these foundation lips? We'll set the face first. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of translucent powder. You can't see what I'm doing. Dipping that in there. I'm just kind of tapping off the excess. I really don't want a ton on there. I think I got a lot on there. Okay, there we go. Oh my God, it's like smoke. Okay, I'm just gonna start under my eye because I want to kind of focus most of the powder in the T-zone area and setting under the eye. So I'm gonna kind of start right here and just spread that out. And then I'm gonna just kind of take what's left and drag that everywhere else. Also, you'll notice with this brush, and also if I was to use my beauty blender to do it, I kind of like doing a tapping motion instead of swirling it on, just because, first of all, I don't want to move around everything I just put on. I'm just gonna get a little bit more and put it in my T-zone area. Second of all, that's just another thing that I'm doing to try to melt everything into my skin. I'm gonna press it in. We're gonna go ahead and moisturize the lips because they're getting a little dry, and we want a glowy face, we want glowy lips. So I'm gonna be using my Carmex lip balm. Love these, just really nice. Like, it almost has this like cooling effect that like a lip plumper would have. Not like burning, but cooling. I'm using the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in Precious Petals. Oh, you probably want to see it. So that's it right there. Ooh, my God, this is my favorite part of any look. Like, it's just so nice. It's kind of like a rose gold highlight to me. And I'm just using, it's rubbed off, I've had it so long, I'm pretty sure this is an e.l.f. brush, but I really like it because, you can see how dirty this is. It's very like fluffy, but still tapered, so I can kind of get the areas that I want more precisely, but like it's blending it because it's so fluffy. But I'm just gonna take some highlight, start on my cheekbone right here, kind of go up the temple, and I just kind of take it around to like above the arch of my eyebrow. And we're gonna do that on this side also. Oh God, I just got really aggressive. I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna do the tip of the nose, down the bridge of the nose, a little bit on the chin. Sometimes I'll do more on the chin since I'm breaking out. I'm just gonna do a little bit just to kind of make it all flow together. A little on the cuticle. Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. And then, because we're going for a glowy look, we're just gonna keep layering. I'm also gonna just kind of take a little bit, like I have extra on here, and just go a little bit in the center of my forehead. Blending with the Beauty Blender after has helped me so much, because I used to just have all this highlight on, and like, I don't know if you can see, hello pores, I don't know if you can see, but like, it just looked like highlight, gleam, like glittery, but even, it's not glittery, but you know what I mean? When I do the Beauty Blender on top, it's just melted and like glowing from within, and it's just nice. I like it. We're gonna bronze a little bit. So I'm using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is my favorite drugstore bronzer. It smells so good. It smells like coconuts, like I need to go to the beach, like this tan should be real and not from a bottle. It's really nice, and this is the shade Light Bronzer. I typically like using so it goes light bronzer, bronzer, deep bronzer. I think they added some new shades too, but I typically like using that first bronzer shade that they originally had. They didn't have that, so we're using light bronzer. So I'm just using it on a big fluffy Real Techniques brush. This is their powder brush. It's the only way I like to put on bronzer, is just like a big fluffy something. I'm just warming up the skin, but also kind of, you know, taking back those places that we want. You know, we want to have a smaller forehead, we want to take this cheek, and we want to slim down this jaw. I'm gonna make sure that I take this up into the hairline, because I don't want there to be some kind of line. I took the foundation up there, we're gonna take the bronzer up there. Just a little bit more for that sun-kissed look. You know, if you were gonna go outside and tan, be in the sun, like where that would naturally hit you. I'm gonna take the tiniest bit and just kind of do my nose, focusing more on the sides and this little tip right here. Take this down the neck too, even though my neck is already tan enough. I've been obsessed with this blush lately. I can't use another blush. It makes me really happy. It is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Luminous Blush in Camilla. And it is this shade. I don't know if you can see. It has the prettiest like sheen to it. It's not glitter, it's not like flecks of anything in there. It's just this really nice glowy sheen. It's so subtle. Like, it's scary in the pan, but when you put it on, you're like, oh, natural. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that, get the excess off. I'm gonna kind of smile and focus it on the apples of my cheeks and then blend it up. Days where I like want to go lighter, or if you just don't have as much time, I won't use highlighter and I'll just use this blush, and it's like good enough. Like, it's so pretty. I'll put a little bit on the tip of my nose, a little bit on top of my forehead, chin, just like a little bit my eyelids. Mostly this is just to kind of keep it that sun kiss, you know, but cohesive vibe also. The eyelids, I just kind of heard that this was a good trick for blue eyes. Just having, even if it's just like a little hint of blush, really kind of helps make those blue eyes pop out a little bit. I like to go in and kind of pat, and I'll kind of use the side of the brush. Oh, I didn't even say what brush this is. It's a Real Techniques blush brush, and I like that it's kind of like, it basically it's like a larger version of the highlighting one that I was using. It's fluffy but a little tapered, so I can kind of be precise, but it's still kind of blending for me. I'm gonna take the same beauty sponge. I'm just gonna go all over the skin with this. I'm really gonna focus on those areas where we put highlight, but I'm really just gonna kind of blend everywhere, even that under eye. I feel like I should put like a tally mark or like a drinking game of how many times I say melt in this video. Every day I honestly just don't really do eyeshadow, and that's just me saving time. My eyes are super watery, but for this, I'm just gonna kind of do like a really quick light thing. I'm gonna take this Real Techniques base brush. It's like an eyeshadow brush. I think it says base. It's also kind of tapered and fluffy, but it's also kind of like flat. I'm just gonna take this and put it into that same Physicians Formula bronzer that we used, and just put a little bit in the crease. We're just gonna like define it a little bit, kind of have that cohesive vibe going on a little bit. Just really focus it on that outer corner crease area. And then I'm gonna take a little bit smaller brush, still fluffy, still a little tapered, still a little flat, just a little smaller. And I'm gonna get some bronzer and go under my eye. We're gonna go back in with the highlighter, make it a little glowy on the eyes too. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this in the inner corner, and then I'm also just gonna kind of press it onto the eyelid and blend that out. I'm really not taking it onto the outer crease part where we put the bronzer. I'm really just kind of leaving this on the center and blending it in a little bit. I'm also going to take this under my eyebrow a little bit. No one say anything about my eyebrows. I know how bad they are. For a while, I wasn't doing them because I wanted to grow them out. Now I'm not doing them just because I'm lazy. See this? Like, this is an actual problem, and if you know how to fix it, please let me know. Like, I don't know if I should do eye drops. I kind of did that before, and it didn't really help. I also didn't really like stick with it as much as I feel like I should have. I don't know how well it's gonna work with my eyes watering right now. I'm gonna go back in with that Soft and Sultry palette, and I have this little tiny e.l.f. brush. Can you see it? Yeah, it's a baby. Very flat, pretty stiff, not too fluffy. And I'm just gonna kind of pick up, I don't know, honestly, either one of these shades would be fine. I might just kind of mix the two together, tap off the excess. And I'm just gonna kind of line the top of my eye. I'm not gonna go all the way in. I'm gonna keep it pretty tight and just kind of do this outer side. I'm pulling my eye. I pull my eyes, don't do that, but here we go. You know what? She's watering. I'm gonna go do this off camera and I'll come back, but y'all get the idea. I'm just gonna kind of stamp it on and then blend it a little bit. We're back, we survived. We're watering a little, but I just kind of dragged that along and then just pulled it out just a little slightly. So I'm using pretty much what I always use, and that is the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. I think this is shade Mystic Black. Just like the Better Than Sex. I can't talk anymore, but I'm just gonna go in and try to do this in the camera. Just kind of make sure I get all the way down to the root. I like to kind of wiggle back and forth to separate them, but also kind of just blink down at the same time. Y'all have put on mascara before, you know what I'm talking about. What did I say? I said this was a real tutorial, and this is some real tutorial. Don't worry about it, don't touch it, let it dry. We'll get a Q-tip, it'll be fine. everything's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna kind of use whatever's left on the mascara wand to go onto those bottom lashes. I guess I'll kind of do eyebrows. We'll see. I'm gonna use the NYX Precision Brow Pencil in taupe. So it kind of looks like this. It has this little brush on the end. Nice. Bada boom. And I like it because, can you see? Yeah. It's kind of got this like flat, like look at how skinny that is, but it's like flat. So it kind of makes it where I can do these like hair-like strokes. I'm just gonna barely do this. I'm just gonna extend them a little bit at the end, and then I'm just gonna kind of back my way up to the top and kind of, you know, where it's missing hair right here and what should be this little corner, this little arch. I'm just gonna kind of draw that with it. And then I'm just gonna very lightly leave the front. I want the front to be not so dark. Just kind of start building to back here, getting a little bit more heavy-handed the farther back I go. And then just kind of filling in. While I have this out, just because I'm lazy and I don't want to go get a Q-tip, the little trick is I like to take this spoolie, I think that's what it's called, and kind of just get those flecks off of mascara. There we go. So I think we're about finished. I'm going to do the lips. Before I put anything on, I'm just going to put a little bit more lip balm on. I'm going to use the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Sandstorm. So I'm going to take this and just line my lips a little bit. I don't really like to overline a lot. I just kind of follow that natural line. I'm gonna go in with my lipstick. My favorite drugstore lipsticks are Maybelline. They're amazing. There's so many colors. Don't even get me started about it. I'm gonna use Nearly There, and it's this really pretty kind of, can you see it in the bullet? Yeah, it's like this shimmery, but not glittery, but like shimmery pink, but it's like, it's nearly there, like it's literally the name. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this on straight out of the bullet. It's buildable. I could put on just like a little swipe really quick and it'd be like really sheer, or I can build it up if I want to. On natural days, like I'll just throw a little bit of this on, no lip line or anything. You don't need to do this. Most of the time I don't, but if you want to take it up one more notch, you could put a little lip gloss on. So I'll do that right now. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in shade Peach Bellini. I like these lip glosses. They're not too gloppy, glossy, sticky, messy. It is lip plumping. I will say that I was kind of hoping this would kind of have that like cooling effect that I like about lip plumping sometimes, but it is just a little bit more of that burning. It's very, very subtle. It's not like, oh, I can't have this on, but it is there. So if that does kind of bother you sometimes, then like I maybe would stay away from this or try it. You know, it might just be me. I might be extra sensitive. But I'm just gonna put this on the center there. Just a little gloss, a little extra pout. Honestly, if you didn't want to, I mean, not that this is super expensive. I think this is like $5, probably $6, something like that. But if you didn't want to do that, you could honestly go back in with the Carmex and just kind of put a little bit in the middle too. Hack. All right. So I think we're done for the makeup. I'm gonna go let my hair down. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm acting like I do. I'm gonna go let my hair down and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the finished look that we came up with. Definitely, you know, glowy, natural. And I will say that throughout the day, like I said, it doesn't get cakey, it doesn't wear off, it stays put, and it looks like that melted, glowy skin look all day. I am a little bit oily, so you know I will get a little oily in my T-zone. I'll just have some powder in my purse, touch up a little bit, I'm fine. Thank you for everyone that watched this. For those of you that did watch this, we'll see if this happens again. But I had a lot of fun doing it, and you know, that's all that matters. Thanks, guys.